So the question is, why do we always have no difference as null hypothesis? So it's typical and standard in all clinical research. H null, HO is treat no difference in groups, and H1 is there is difference. And then we do the test and either accept or reject the null hypothesis. So why is this not the other way around? Why are we not using HO as there is difference and H1 is there is no difference? And this comes down to the probability of type 1 error. So for example, we have the truth here that there is HO is true and H1 is true. So this just means that HO is true, and this means H1 is true. But then you do your test and you do two things. You accept, actually I'm gonna use a different pen here. You accept HO or you reject HO. So if HO is true and you accepted it, that is great. If HO is not true, which means this is true, and you rejected HO, this is also good. This is what we call as the type 1 error. And what that means is that the HO is true, but we reject it, or we say that it is not in fact true. So there are two possibilities here depending on what we select as HO. So if HO is that there is no difference or treatment does not work, that is our HO, and we made a type 1 error, we rejected it and we say treatment works, and we say that the treatment actually works because the HO is that there is no difference or treatment does not work. We rejected it and we say the treatment worked, when it actually we rejected it and we say that the treatment works, when in reality it does not work. So that's bad, right? So there is a lot of possibility of harm. While if you do it the other way and you say that HO is that the treatment works, you reject it, thus you make the you reject that one, which means you accept the complementary hypothesis, which is that the treatment does not work. So accept that treatment works. So what you end up concluding from this is that the treatment does not work when it actually works. Treatment does not work when it actually does work in truth. So both are bad, right? But here we are saying that a treatment is working when it is not working, while here we are saying that treatment is not working when it is working. So it comes down to the fundamental principle of medicine of first do no harm. So you don't want to do a treatment when in reality it does not work, and therefore the harm of this is more than the harm of this, and that is why we want to minimize this as much as possible, and that is why we put this as the type 1 error. We want to find out, we want to minimize this possibility of saying that the treatment works when it actually does not work. And that is why the null hypothesis is always that the treatment, that there is no difference or treatment does not work.